Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence and thank you so much for watching my channel. A channel talks about investing in stock market and also talks about financial independence. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing such that you don't miss other videos like this. Today, I'm going to be talking about Safaricom for the second time almost in a month. Because, to be honest, Safaricom is making news all around East African stocks and also breaking new records, because this week actually it also hits an all-time high of 39 Kenyan shillings per share, which, and with this news that I'm going to be reading, it's Safaricom shortlisted for Ethiopia Telecom license bid. Actually, in my first video I talked about this news because I thought this probably people had an inside information that the telecom is going to be shortlisted, and actually I was partly right. So today we are going to be talking about what this means for the shareholders and also for the people who are prospecting to buy the shares of Safaricom. So as usual, we are going to be starting briefly describing who Safaricom is if you're new to this channel and what does Safaricom do. Then secondly, I'm going to be reading through this letter to check why is it important, and should we be buying or we should be selling. So I will be giving my conclusion. So let us start. So directly let's go to Safaricom brief introduction. So Safaricom is a listed Kenyan mobile network operator headquartered in Safaricom House, Nairobi, Kenya, that is in East Africa. It is the largest telecommunications provider in Kenya and one of the most profitable companies in East and Central region. So the company provides telephony, mobile transfer, consumer electronics, e-commerce, cloud computing, data music streaming, and fiber optics services. It is mostly known as home of M-Pesa, a mobile banking, SMS-based service. I'm sure if you're in East Africa, you have heard of this M-Pesa, the system of transferring money through mobile phones. So basically, that's the brief introduction about Safaricom. Also, something also that's very important to note is Safaricom controls approximately 63% of the Kenyan market as of 30. Actually, recently it reduced a bit, around 62%, the latest, and this is gives it a competitive advantage because it has the largest share market. So that is basically it. We shall go to small bit. We shall briefly go to the shareholding, because that is also very important. If you're going to invest in any company, you need to know who are the shareholders. So the shareholding, one is government of Kenya, 15%, Vodafone, I shall be talking about Vodafone shortly, 60%, and also other retail investors like me and you if you're invested in Nairobi Securities Exchange. So basically these are the three types of investors that are invested in Safaricom. So let's go direct also to this article that should interest you if you're going to invest or if you invested in Safaricom. So it says Safaricom shortlisted for Ethiopia Telecom license bid. So as of today, actually, by the time I was recording, Safaricom traded at 38.75 Kenyan shillings per share. Actually, it had reduced a bit because I said the maximum it had reached 39 Kenyan shillings per share, all-time high in its history. So Safaricom has made it to the shortlist of the 6 firms that have declared to bid for one of the 2 Ethiopian Telecoms license that will be offered this year. As in the first video, if you watched my first video about Safaricom, I talked about this bid and gave reason that it could be one of the reasons why Safaricom was the price was going up, and I think I was partly right. I believe some insiders knew this information and started buying it. So let's go ahead and read through. The Ethiopian Communication Authority has withdrawn the list down from consortia of 12 that had expressed interest in entering the country's telecommunications market. So it basically means that 12 people had expressed interest of entering the Ethiopian market. Firms will be required to submit their technical and financial bids by April compared with the previous deadline of March 5th. So let's go ahead and read. Safaricom, which last year expressed an interest in a consortium with Vodafone and Vodacom, and has signed an agreement to borrow 500 million Kenyan shillings, US dollars, which is equivalent to 55.7 billion from American Sovereign Wealth Fund to fund Ethiopian expansion. This statement also is very important if you're an investor, because in the next coming years, I believe if Safaricom is lucky enough to get this deal, they are going to get a debt of 55.7 billion, which is a dent to, of course, to its growth, as we are going to talk about simply. So Safaricom combined with Vodafone and Vodacom to bid, because actually this one is a very, very big project which Safaricom on its own may not be able to deal with. So basically Vodafone, as you saw, it is the largest shareholder in Safaricom, but it's also independent telecommunication company, which is one of the largest in the world, that is headquartered in UK. So it's also very, very big company. If the combine is with Safaricom, they should be able to give actually their competitors a go for their money, because they are also very, very strong financially. And if you can get this loan, I believe it's going to be a great advantage. So let's go ahead and keep reading. There are about 5 to 6 consortia who are qualified to bid. Bids are due to be submitted in April, said Michael Joseph, Safaricom chairman, in an interview. We are working towards the final submission around April, March. So as I said before, there were 12 companies, and now they have scrutinized, and now they remain with 6 companies, which is good, because now at least the competition has been reduced. So also the Horn of Africa telecommunication is considered a big size due to the huge size of the market, which serves 100. Ethiopia has more than 100 million people. This is also a very, very has a good market potential, because the population is very large, and also the population is still young. So this is the statistics showing new mobile service subscribers from top 5 markets in Africa by 2025. If you can see, Nigeria is on top, and also Ethiopia. So Ethiopia is also leading in terms of mobile subscribers. So this is also a very, very good thing if you're bidding to take over Ethiopia. So these are the reasons why actually Safaricom is also bidding. Okay, so Ethiopia is also pressing ahead with the auction of the new licenses, and also sale of 45% stake in monopoly Ethiopia Telecoms, in spite of military conflict in the northern Tigray region. Actually, currently there is conflict going on in Ethiopia, but for today we are not talking about that. So it also, besides having, besides wanting to give 2 licenses, they are also planning to sell a 45% stake in the government telecom company. So this Kenyan telecom company, the Safaricom, it also bid to also buy 45%. So if maybe they fail to get a whole license, they may also go ahead and also bid for this 45% stake, which I believe if this one would be better than that one, because that one needs a complete start afresh from the beginning to the end, which may cost Safaricom a lot of finance. So basically that's it. So let's go and see another thing that is very, very important to I want to go and read through the company that bid. So the Ethiopian Communication Authority announced that it had received expression of interest from scores of firms, including telco and non-operators, by June 2022. They include Safaricom Consortium, Etisalat, Exian, MTN, Orange, Saudi Telecom, and also the Telecom South Africa. So these are the companies that have been shortlisted to bid. So let's talk about these companies. So Safaricom, we already know about it. Etisalat is also the Asian giant. It's a UAE-based firm, but it also has its operations in Africa, Nigeria, also in other French-speaking countries. They also have operations, and also the rest of Asia. So it's a very, very, very big competitor. Actually, in terms of finance and net, it's bigger than Safaricom Telecom. So this one is also a very, very big competitor. This Exian is not, I don't think he will overcompete. If it was a competitive advantage without anything, Exian cannot beat Safaricom in terms of finance and also in terms of competitive advantage, because the Safaricom has better chances in terms of finance and also the operations. Let's go to MTN, which is also bigger telecommunication company in terms of operations, in terms of finance, in terms of almost every aspect. And also it is also African giant, which is owned mainly by the government of South Africa. It owns more than 26%, and also it operates in many, many countries in Africa. So this is also a very, very big competitor that Safaricom should be aware of. So MTN actually is one of the top 10 biggest telecommunication companies. So MTN is also a very, very big threat to Safaricom in this bid. Let's go to Orange. Orange Telecom also is a French-owned company, and also it's one of the top 10 telecommunication companies in the world. So it's also going to give a run for Safaricom's money, because it also has operations in Africa, Cameroon, and other countries, and it's also very, very, very big competitor and a very big company. So Saudi Telecom, this one is a Saudi-based telecom. It's not I believe a big threat. And also Telecom South Africa. If it was to be fair, I believe Etisalat, MTN, and Orange, these are the top competitors of Safaricom. So let's say, what are the chances of Safaricom success? I can say Safaricom has everything it takes to outcompete their peers, but I said MTN, Orange, etc., they are bigger in terms of finance, in terms of net earnings, all of them bigger than Safaricom. So Safaricom can only win because when it comes to maybe African, they want to favor African companies, but also MTN is there. So you can say it has 50-50 chances or lower chances, because it's one of it's not that strong compared to the other three companies. So I don't know what they are going to consider, but if Safaricom goes through, I think is one of the top deals of Safaricom's history, because in order for a company to grow, it has to expand. So this is a great opportunity for Safaricom. Let them take what it takes to make sure that they win this. So let's say Safaricom was allowed to lead the consortium of several reasons, including Kenya geographical proximity. As maybe people who don't know, Kenya is almost next to Ethiopia, so this is an advantage also. So basically, this is what is about these things. So the advantage with Ethiopian population, as I said, one, they have if you read this, mobile phone use and ownership in Ethiopia are significantly behind that of Egypt, Kenya, and even Sudan, which is amplified when examining the uptake of mobile broadband services. So it means their mobile services subscription are still very low. So this one gives an opportunity and a growth opportunity for any telecom that is going to launch or that will succeed in the bidding for launching this telecom company. So basically this is what I wanted to talk about. But so what does this mean? For example, if Safaricom wins this bid, so what does it mean? First of all, it's going to affect in the short term, to medium term, it's going to affect its earnings. That's one thing. And also, eventually, they may reduce or cut off the dividends they were paying to shareholders. This is a speculation, but it's not, I cannot say it's confirmed, but if they are paying this million 55.7 billion, and its earnings is about, last time it was 74.5 billion. So almost they will be, you can see they will be almost having a loan that is equivalent to their earnings. So basically it's going to affect their earnings if they win. 2, what happens if they win also? I believe this is a great opportunity for the Safaricom in case it wins, because as I said, Ethiopia is still virgin land for the growth of telecommunication company, and if they win, of course they will have to push their brand M-Pesa to roll out in Ethiopia. So it's a great opportunity for the shareholders. So let's go. If you're not invested, what should you be doing? And if you're invested, what should you be doing? Personally, in my previous video, I thought I gave my opinion that Safaricom, personally to me, I believe it's expensive, but though is a very premium stock that even if you own it and you don't sell it, I believe in a long term, it will still go up. So if you don't want to sell the stock, you can still own it, because I believe still is one of the best companies that one should be owning. But personally, on this price of 38 or 39, I wouldn't be buying it, because at a later stage it will still have to go down, because in the stock market there is always up and down. It can never go up forever. So personally, me, I will wait until maybe it reaches around 30 or below 30, then I will buy it. And another opinion of mine is, if you are going to buy this stock basing on this bid, I believe you should wait, because the speculation is also one of the bad things, especially because this is not upon fundamentals, and as you can see, it has a very strong competitors. So there is no proof that Safaricom is going to win this bid. So as I always say, please, if you're going to invest in any company, in any stock, please do your own thorough research, do due diligence, so that when you're going to put your money to invest in any company, you are sure, you're confident that where you're putting the money is in the right place. Once again, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification, so that if I produce another video, you will always be able to watch a video of mine. Once again, have a nice day. Bye bye.